So many people always want to know, like, how do you choose wine for an airline and what are the parameters? So I like to give them a sense for a little bit of the science of how your senses and therefore your perception of wine and food for that matter change between being on land and being at altitude and in a pressurized airplane cabin. Your senses, when it comes to flavor, are so ingrained to your sense of smell. In fact, whether you're at terra firma or on 30,000 feet, at 30,000 feet, you don't taste anything interesting, sweet, sour, bitter, and salt, without your sense of smell. To perceive scent, you have to have both vapor, which is easy with wine because it vaporizes or volatilizes at room temperature because of the alcohol, right? And then you also have to have moisture. At 30,000 feet, you're at an enormous disadvantage because you've got pressure changes and humidity changes that dramatically affect your ability to perceive scent. When you're at altitude, you're very much more dehydrated. So immediately, all of your receptors for smell are dried out and they're tamped down. And in an pressurized cabin, it's probably down close to 10% of relative humidity. If you think about it, when there's lower humidity, the volatilization of the aromas is going to happen quicker, right? Because all of the moisture is feeding into the air at a faster rate. And if it goes so fast, it's going to go too fast for your sensory receptors to actually be able to grab at it. The actual vaporization of the wine changes. So when we choose wine for the airline, wow, that's a big challenge. Because we want you to like it a lot. And so to do that, we have to choose, frankly, the more assertive wine, the more aggressive wine, the more in-your-face wine that's gonna wake up your senses. So now we focus a lot on wines that have a tremendous amount of presence on the palate. They have explosive aromas, explosive flavors, and also, most importantly, caressing textures. We really want wines that will taste great on the ground so that when you land, you will be excited about them as you were in the air. I think people are surprised to learn it's so much more than just your taste buds when it comes to wine, and I really like to bring that out for people because when you know just a little bit more about something that you're consuming, it's all that much more exciting.